So here we have it, guys. The Meteor FR9. Oh, no, wait. It's this one. Hold up. It's actually this one. I forgot. It is this one. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Meteor FR9. Forget about this name, okay? This is the FR9. The F8 is here, but it is the FR9. Trust me. So, yeah, here we have it, guys. The Meteor that has the reconnaissance cameras on the nose, as you see. And yeah, here it is, the new event jet for the Israeli. Nothing too crazy, of course, but I saw some people that actually were expecting to actually have this aircraft and stuff. So I guess you guys do you know. I find it very weird because it's literally a copy paste with a different nose, but at the end of the day, you know, some people will like it, some people will collect it, so of course it is fine, right? But today I wanted to show the aircraft to you, even though we do not have a lot to talk about. I really wanted to show to you guys. So here we have it, the Meteor FR9. Again, ignore the F8 name here. This is the model of the FR9, okay? Let's take a look on the modifications. We have a very common modification layout over here. Very similar, I mean, the same as the Meteor F8, right? And yeah, the main thing here is that these rockets, there are some sources that claim that these FR9 never used the rockets because it missed the wiring or something. I don't know how true this is, but anyway, it is here, right? So it doesn't matter too much. But everything else is the same, you know, the Hispanos are still here. So there's nothing, you know, different about it. You know, the aircraft itself is very much the same, you know. So let's do a test flight over here. We're gonna go to, maybe, yeah, this one, Middle East. And yeah, let's fly it out, minimum fuel. Just to have a feeling of the flight model. It should be very similar in theory. I mean, the FR9 would be a little bit heavier, right? Because of the cameras on the nose, but I don't think it changes too much. I would have to check in the files. We do have the same cockpit. I would imagine that this type of reconnaissance flight would take place with just a button, you know, so you would basically in real life fly over the enemy, point the nose, you would know where the cameras were, right? And you would click buttons to basically take pictures, right? And then of course after that they would review those picture films, and they would actually have a reconnaissance for ground forces or whatever, right? The funny part is that these aircraft in real life, most of them, apart from like 2 of them, got actually the nose of the F8, so the normal nose without the cameras, right? Because eventually they just saw that the aircraft was not really on par with, you know, the type of reconnaissance flight performance that they needed, right? So the aircraft itself eventually just became kind of an F8 with a different name, right? But yeah, basically the FR9, it's kind of like that anyway, right? So yeah, again, we do have our, you know, Hispanos, which are good guns. I think especially for these BRs, they can be very good guns, you know. I love the Hispanos, but back in the day when I used to play with Meteors, I mean, especially in the Sea Meteor, I mean, we used to call the Sea Meteor the Sea Jesus, right, of how good that aircraft was. With those guns, with those performance, the Meteor could be an amazing aircraft. The F8, I gotta be honest, I never played too much because it always fought some very advanced aircraft, right? So it was always something that, you know, it didn't have a lot of max speed and stuff. You could take the targets on a turn, but still it would lack a little bit of the speed, and I always like my speed, right? Let's see if I can, yeah, hit something with this. And yeah, for Hispanos, the flight model feels the same, you know, the turning capability is pretty good on this aircraft. For the BR that it is 8.0, if I'm not mistaken, for now, and it probably will remain at 8.0 since it is the F8's BR. You should expect basically the same flight performance and, you know, an amazing aircraft for this BR. Amazing turn, of course, still quite a good speed, especially if you see some down tiers, it's plenty of speed. If you see some up tiers, of course 9.0s and stuff, you might suffer a bit with the speed, but as always, this is an aircraft that can defend itself. If you are good enough and if you control your airspeed enough, you can always get a lot of kills with it, because people will overshoot. People will, you know, miss. People will do all sorts of stuff, right? You, of course, have your air brakes, as you see. It's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, the air brakes there on the wings. And yeah, guys, basically this is it for the Meteor FR9. Pretty much the same as the F8, a different Meteor that is the same for the Israelis as the event vehicle, right? So you guys tell me in the comments what you think about the aircraft, if you're gonna get it or not. As you see, lightly armored vehicles, you can get kills with it with the guns. Of course, the rockets as well can do a bit of damage against tanks as well, so it can be used in lower ranks for air to ground as well. It's not like an aircraft that cannot do anything. Of course, it's more focused on air, but still. So it's an aircraft that, at the end of the day, it is pretty much the same. So let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I see you guys on the next one. So yeah, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys, see ya.